Analysis now with Fred Hicks, who's a political strategist. He joins us now from Atlanta, Georgia. Good to have you with us, Fred. No surprises that Trump pleaded not guilty in court, but this process could take more than a year in terms of playing out in the justice system. Do you expect this case to perhaps or potentially derail his bid for another term in the White House?
Well, I'm not sure if this case as an individual case would do that, but if we look at the big picture, we have to consider that he has two federal cases pending, this one, as well as his involvement with January 6th. And then he also has a local case in New York, and he has a local case here in Atlanta, Georgia, for election interference. And this is on top of him being found guilty or liable in a civil case for sexual harassment. So this individual might not, but I think many Americans and many of the other candidates in the Republican field are thinking that when taken together, this could derail his candidacy.
And we know Trump isn't the only US official or indeed president to be found with classified documents. Joe Biden, in fact, was found to have documents at his home. The former Vice President Mike Pence also was in possession of classified documents. But the difference was that those two men willingly cooperated with officials. They invited them into their homes. But Donald Trump reacted differently, didn't he, to news that he had documents in his possession?
Absolutely, and you hit the nail on the head. That is the big difference between Pence, Biden, and Donald Trump. Those two cooperated. They returned documents willingly. Donald Trump was given that same opportunity and refused to do so repeatedly. And then, in fact, according to the indictment, he lied, as well as his co-conspirator lied about even having the documents. And so for those who try to blur the lines and say that everything is the same between these three individuals, it's clearly not, and the indictment lays that out there.
Yes, it's also interesting to see that the other Republican presidential candidates really haven't come out strongly against these charges or indeed against Donald Trump. They're really hoping to win over his supporters at some point, aren't they?
You know, they are, and they're trying to do this delicate dance where just last week prior to the indictment, Chris Christie, Mike Pence, and others were including Ron DeSantis, were quite critical of Donald Trump. But then once the indictment came out, they either defended him or were slightly supportive of him. And so they're trying to do the delicate dance to hold on to his supporters while also differentiating themselves. And honestly, I'm not sure that's going to work. And we'll see what the Democrats do with that post the primary. But this is a really precarious position for many of the Republicans, except for Asa Hutchinson.
Okay, Fred Hicks, we'll have to leave it there. Thanks as always for your thoughts. Appreciate it.